guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making soup, as you know from the title. Today is the day that we're having big hurricanes out here just north of Houston, and I'm super freaked out, and for whatever reason I'm going to cook because that calms me down, and soup during a rainstorm is just like the greatest thing ever. So that is what we're doing right now instead of evacuating, because that makes sense. So I'm just going to use stuff that I have in my fridge. Hopefully that's going to like create something good because I don't have like the typical ingredients for this. And I'm hoping the lighting is going to be okay because we don't have natural light because it's storming. Yeah. I'm so scared right now. I'm just going to get cooking because it soothes me and it calms me and I think it's going to be good. There's no flooding. I have power. I'm just trying to think positive. All right, let's get to this video. Alright, so I'm going to try something a little different today. I'm going to tell you what the ingredients are and then use them. If it makes the video too long, I'll know. You're going to need a big pot or a crock pot. You're going to need half of an onion, which we're going to chop. You're going to need an entire container of chicken stock. You can make your own homemade. I can make a video for that if you want it. Give it a thumbs up if you do. Basil and oregano. If you have bone broth and those, like, they come in like little things, it's so nutritious and delicious. Please get that. I'm out today, so I don't have one. So maybe I'll put a picture somewhere. Okay, other ingredients. So the other day I made my chicken Alfredo, so I have some chicken that's left over, and I'm going to use that because I ran out of dressing. So like I said, this is like one of those things where you kind of come up with your own stuff. If you want to get a rotisserie chicken, that's really delicious, but these are garlic salted breasts, so I'm just going to chop those up. These can be kind of dry in soups, which is why I suggest the rotisserie style chicken, because it tastes a lot better. The next thing I have is some pre-prepped zoodles. I have another video where I will show you how I make those. They're very simple. I actually think it's easier than boiling them. And then this is the weird ingredient, but bear with me, and at least try it out before you say no. Brussels sprouts. So I know that sounds really gross, but we have found that we love Brussels sprouts in soups because it's kind of got the consistency of like potatoes. So it absorbs the flavor. You don't really taste the Brussels sprout, and it's got that kind of squishy, starchy taste. And it is known to be a superfood, so we try to integrate other veggies into our diet. And we're literally just going to put all these in a pot and let it steam together and heat up because everything's pre-cooked. But I will go over how you can cook the ingredients if they are not pre-done. You know what I'm saying? And I have an extra bonus ingredient for more nutrition because that's how I do. I want to get as much good stuff in my food at one time as I can. So let me show you these secret ingredients. Kale. So kale is one of those things I've complained about in my other videos. If you've watched my What to Eat on Keto diet, kale does not taste good, so to me, putting a little bit of sprinkling this into your pico for your taco salad, which I'll link above, putting it in your queso, which I can also link above, putting it in your soup is another great way to cover up the nasty taste of this. There is more, I think, nutritional value in it with it, like in a salad and it cold. So, but I just assume that the nutrients kind of go into the broth, and that's how I justify it to myself. But it's still pretty good. Just be careful not to use too much because it can absolutely overwhelm any dish. So use it sparingly. Alright, let me get to the rest of this recipe. So the onions have been browning in the bacon, or not in the bacon grease, I used butter today. And I'm going to cook the carrots. That's because these are the only ingredients that weren't pre-done. I would also throw in celery if I had it at this time. James offered to pick it up for me, but it tastes just good without it. But celery is definitely one of those things that's kind of a traditional thing in your chicken noodle soup. So I just want to throw it out there. If you have some celery, please use it. And just try and make sure that all of the pieces are around the same size. So this one's really small part of the carrot, and this is a large part. But I cut it in half, and I could probably quarter it if I felt the need to try and get them to be closer to the same size and thickness so that it cooks at the same, even though they're slightly different shapes. Just a quick tip. And then I don't really like onions, so I chop it up really, really small, and I'll go through and get rid of the weird pieces. What I love about soup is that even the most novice cook can do it. And donuts too, apparently, with my dough there. And you need to know how to cut things symmetrically, and you need to know what's more dense. Carrots are more dense, so they go in first. Fork partway through means they're done. They're not too crunchy, not mushy. There's a happy medium. Then you add the chicken with all of the spices and the fats because that's going to flavor it better if you don't have rotisserie chicken. 1/8 of a cup of kale is going to be more than enough just because it can overpower any recipe. Same with the Brussels sprouts, you want to be careful not to overpower it. If you did not pre-cook the Brussels sprouts, they would have gone in with the carrots and the celery because they are more dense and take longer to cook. It's going to smell bad. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. Zucchini noodles are going to go at the very end, and sometimes not until later in the week when you heat up your actual meal for dinner. If you're going to eat this tonight with your family, that's fine. But if you're like an individual like myself and you're going to eat it later, I would not put it in right now because it will get mushy and disintegrate. Then at the very end, you're going to want to add the heavy whipping cream. I don't like to boil the heavy whipping cream into my food while it's cooking. I like to cook that just in the chicken and the bone broth or stock, whatever you're using in that moment. And then spices actually can go in at the very beginning or at the very end, depending on how much flavor you want. I will put it in at the very beginning with the onions just because the flavors can meld, and then you walk away and enjoy it later. So I actually watch TV while I cook on my phone because I record from my laptop, but if you have something like that, it can make the time go by faster when you're doing stuff that doesn't require a lot of thought, like prepping meals. I also like to watch YouTube videos, listen to podcasts, and try and maximize my time. But I just want to say, I found me some Buffy the Vampire Slayer on Hulu. And I gotta say, I'm so freaking excited because I'm obsessed with that show. And now all I want to do is wear short skirts with big boots and like do the little pomp in the front. I'll like share a picture of how I want to dress, but never would because my butt would fall out. I don't know how Buffy does it. Like, how do you kick vampires and not have your ass fall out of those tiny little skirts you wear? Okay, rant over. Here's my spoon. Here's my soup. It is now, oh, it's got donut on the bottom.